Sorry guys, I kind of blacked out for a minute. Hey, it's your boy Rodney383, Anime Real Talk TV. You already know what it is, Halloween special. Excuse my undead appearance. I was recently violently murdered in my apartment, but nevertheless, I come to you guys to bring you guys entertainment. So today, we're gonna talk about something that scared me shitless as a child, as well as an anime recommendations. So, let's get to the scary shit. Now, a lot of you guys may be too young to have known about this movie, but those who know, yeah, they know. The movie I'm talking about is Hellraiser. Now, Hellraiser is about an unfaithful wife that finds a zombie or an undead version of her dead ex boyfriend or whatever, and he's being chased by demons after he escapes their little hell. And the demons that I'm referring to are called Cenobites. Now you got the leader of the Cenobites, is Pinhead. Now anybody who watches horror movies, they know about Pinhead. This guy scared the shit out of me. Now, he scared me. I think white, like the powder white ghost faces scared the fuck out of me. Like the Michael Myers face, just that blank ass stare. But this Pinhead guy scared the hell out of me. Now, he is by far not the most gruesome looking, but he's the most terrifying, I would say. He has other demons in his group, and one guy, he looks kind of like the Nemesis from Resident Evil. It's ridiculous, but it's crazy. When this came out in 1987. I was roughly 3, so I'm not really sure around the time that I watched it. But I watched the movie a long time ago, and I'm telling you, nightmares was not even a word for the shit that I was dealing with. Now, it's basically, it revolves around this puzzle box. The puzzle box you see in front of me, this summons the demons. Now, the boyfriend of the woman, found this puzzle box, and you know, solved it. And then these demons come out, and all these hooks come, and they rip his body apart, rip his flesh off. That's the shit about this movie that really terrified me, was the sadomasochism of it. It's like what is it? Like pain is pleasure type of thing. And they show ripping the skin off of your body. I mean, a skinless person, you know, just the muscle underneath, and it just looks gruesome and horrifying. And they do it in the most gruesome ways with these hooks, with these chains and hooks that just come from every which direction and rip you apart. And they lift you up, and they grab your cheeks and stretch it out, and like they just rip your shit apart. God, I mean, I can't even begin to tell you why I was watching this when I was in the living world, you know, not the undead world. But now it doesn't faze me, but back then it was fucking killing me. It's directed by Clive Barker, and he's a horror director. A lot of you guys should know who he is. And the thing about Hellraiser is just, back in the 80s, and all of you old school heads know. I mean, I'm not old school. I mean, I'm not that old, but damn. Like, a lot of you other guys, you'll know that back in the 80s, they were making some good-ass horror movies. They were using, like, the practical effects, because CG wasn't real developed back then, you know what I'm saying? So they was using practical effects, which means they were actually making the suits or making the effects in the blood and the guts, like with actual materials and stuff that you can buy or get from the costume shop, whatever. But they were making it look juicy, and when I say juicy, I mean like when you crack somebody's head skull open and you see the brains and it be looking all juicy looking. Ugh, I mean, God, it was ridiculous, man. I mean, I couldn't. Right now, I don't know if I can watch it. I don't know if I can watch it again. And I'm a fucking zombie. So what does that say about the movie? I might go ahead and give it a go. But back then, I watched it on TV, and had them afternoon movie specials or whatever. So back then I didn't know it was edited. So I'm pretty sure it was edited back then. So I'm thinking about going back, watching it again, because this shit was really gruesome. As you can see from the pictures, it ain't gonna be for everybody. Now, you think Saw was gruesome? This is way more gruesome. Why? Because it puts in a element of demons and supernatural puzzle box. I mean, the puzzle box itself looks scary because all you had to really do was touch it. It wasn't like a Rubik's cube. I mean, it was kind of like a Rubik's cube, but you had to do very little. These demons made sure that if you touched that box, they was coming out. Like, they was like, we gonna make it fail proof that if you even fuck with the box, we coming. And oh God, like the demons, they just look disgusting, gruesome. Um, it's really really a good horror movie for you guys who are into that type of stuff. So it's just it's just ridiculous. But yeah, so that's what scared the fuck out of me as a child. Now, that's not the only one, of course, but this is the most notable one, and I think it's worthy of another go. So I'm gonna give it another go, and I'm gonna check it out again. But this thing here, Clive Barker's Hellraiser, Pinhead, it was it was terrifying. So, with that being said, let's get into the anime recommendation. Now, the anime that I recommend for you guys is it's called Ghost Hound. I recently on a weekly DVD update, I mentioned that it got released, and I mentioned the price because I wondered. I was like, damn, why is it cost so much? You know what I'm saying? So I went and checked it out. And I got a Netflix account, so they were streaming it on Netflix, the whole series. So I watched the whole series on Netflix, and it basically revolves around a small town, and basically it's three high school boys that have all three have had traumatic things in their past, traumatic trauma that something happened to them that in their childhood, and these three boys learn about another realm. For some reason, at some point, these guys can see ghosts. They can see what other people can't see, and it's only happening to them at first. Now, the three boys are Toro Komura, Makoto Ogami, Masayuki Nakajima, and there's a woman, not a woman, a small girl character, Miyako Komaguchi. Now, Miyako, she gets possessed by demons and whatnot, and the kids can transform. They go into what they call the spirit realm, and then they soul travel. And as you can see from this picture here, this is what they turn into initially. These little bubblehead things or whatever. And they get to fly and see all these magical creatures. Now, real talk, it's kind of it's really creepy, but it's also psychological because you don't know whether or not these kids are hallucinating or since they have this traumatic thing in common. Are they hallucinating? Or is it really the spirit realm? But then on the other side of that, you got these shrines and these priestesses that are dedicated to seeing it. So early on, you realize that it's not necessarily fiction in this world that they live in to see ghosts and whatnot. But on the same token, you got psychologists. A psychologist is comes and sees the boy Toro on a weekly basis, and he offers up his theories as to what happens, and it makes a lot of sense to you. So you're kind of back and forth with the is it real or is it not? I thought of it as the inception of anime. A lot of you guys think that movie Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's kind of on a psychological, not on Inception level, but it could be compared to that in the fact that it's a little psychological, and think about you have to really think to understand it. Now, it's definitely a psychological anime, and it definitely has elements of supernatural and ghosts and stuff. Now, I definitely recommend it. It's pretty good. Um, a lot of little story. It's other than the ghost thing, is also an underlying story that they go into the past of the boys, and there are also underlying stories of the relationships that the boys have with their family members and whatnot, and it's really interesting to watch. Step outside the box, go ahead and watch a different genre of anime, not just shonens or whatever, but this is a very good anime. I definitely recommend it. If you got a Netflix account, go ahead and stream that, so you already know. Alright, so this is Rodney383. Holla at your boy. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and just eat my brains, I guess, and eat some of these entrails that I have. They're so lovely. For some reason I'm craving them, and I'm gonna get on that. So yeah, Anime Real Talk TV, you already know. Brains, brains, brains.